KRBE.
Beyonce, the Cowboy Carter code word.
And the winner is... That would be Amy. Amy, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Amy.
Yay, good morning.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
You were texter 104, so now you are in the running. You instantly have scored a pair of boots from Texas Country Western Boots, and now you're finalists. Kevin and Audrey at 6 o'clock tonight. They will pick one of the 4 qualifiers throughout the day, and you could be going to see Beyonce with that hotel stay at the Wyndham Hotel.
Awesome. Thank you.
So pick up your phone this evening. If you see KRBE or Cumulus Media calling you, that's going to be us.
Yeah, absolutely. We do it again at 11 o'clock, 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. Your chance to see Beyonce.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension of the...
All right, let's hit it. Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right. What is this all about this morning?
First, go to krbe.com/prank call requests so you can get with someone that you has maybe pranking you all the time or bugging you, or you want to just get there, grind their gears. Kevin is ready for that.
We got a prankster last week when we were giving him hell about his lowrider bouncing all through the neighborhood.
Yes, he calls other states
Oh,
to tell them about, like, what is it? He's like, oh, I bought this thing from you and it's broken.
And he calls in food orders at restaurants in other states. Real pranksters. People who think that they can't be got. Well, we get them here on the Roula and Ryan Show. Tara has an idea for us. Who are we pranking? How you want to do it?
So it's my husband. We're building a house out in Tomball, and so we've been just having a lot of problems with the build and the builder and trying to get things sorted, as you know, when you build a house. And so I just have been trying to come up with an idea just to prank him because he's just so serious all the time. We bought the land from a family, and the owners next door, they still are part of that family. So we bought it from an older man, and the lady next door is older, and she still owns that property.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, my
Miss
God.
Roula.
Sounds
Yes, I
like-
do.
Oh, man.
So this is entirely
Oh, man.
plausible.
This sounds like
Absolutely.
a case for special case, Eloise Pennybaker.
We use his land for many things, many things. I can't tell you how many cats, dogs, parents are buried on that land.
Oh, my God. So it's a cemetery.
That it is. Yeah, it is. Could be like poltergeist should he build there, Okay. Let's call him and see if we can get this fixed up here on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh, my God.
Mr. This is Eloise Pennybaker. I'm Mr. sister. I own the land next to y'all.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
My brother had told me that he sold his land. We don't speak very often, and I understand he sold it to y'all. I'm so sorry to call you. I'm so sorry.
Uh-huh.
And his absent-mindedness, he failed to realize that we had buried a loved one on your land.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yes, sir. It was my daddy.
Do you know where he was buried so we can... We're getting ready to build a house, like a $1 million home right now.
Oh, dear.
So we need to get this addressed as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just behind the pond, under the oak tree.
Behind the pond. That's where the house is going.
Oh, God. May I come and get him?
Oh, my God.
What if we built a memorial of sorts?
Yeah, maybe we build a memorial. I don't want to have a poltergeist in my house.
I understand. Daddy was a local legend,
That's fine, and we'll do a memorial to him, but we need to find out the location where they buried him.
Oh, God
Because
bless
I'm
us.
getting ready to build my house right on that site.
Oh, Lord jeepers. He invented the Cuisinart, He made millions.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow, the Cuisinart?
Yes, sir. It's a good thing, too, because he lost most of his fingers in the process with all the sharp blades and all.
Oh, man. Yeah, if you can send me a message, please, so I can have your number.
I will.
It came out private, and usually I don't answer phone calls where...
Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm so sorry. Daddy, he told us to be very open and honest with everyone. I had no idea. I'll never forget Daddy running in here with his fingers in hand. Well, not on his hand, But we kept them fingers till he died, sir, and we even buried them with him, the ones he lost on account of the Cuisinart.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. Anyway, for the time being, I'd like to put a Christmas wreath on the tree, a little tinsel and a little mistletoe.
Yeah, do what you can. I mean, that's fine. You can go on the property and everything.
Okay. Oh, he kissed all the women in town and the ladies under that mistletoe. Sometimes even the men too, if they're Latino.
If you can send me his name as well.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to do some more research on this individual.
Do you have a shovel? I can come by this afternoon.
I am currently in Louisiana traveling. I won't be back till next week.
Oh no! Has he haunted y'all? Has he come in and don't build on me?
We've only been to the site about 3 times with the builder to survey the area. So
it's haunted. Maybe y'all don't want to build there.
What do you mean it's haunted?
Like he's haunted.
People will start seeing him.
Yeah, I've seen apparitions of him, and he comes by, and sometimes he brings back the Cuisinart. Again, I hear it running like that. You ever heard that sound on the land?
No. Well, my daughter will be in. She's coming in 2 weeks, and she's clairvoyant, so she'll see him.
Clairvoyant? That's magical. Listen, sir. Perhaps you could send old Tara by.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me talk to her and then go from there. You're gonna freak her out, though. She's very paranoid when that kind of stuff.
She is?
Yeah, because she was tortured as a
she's scared of things?
Kid with ghosts, so.
I heard she's a little trickster.
Who?
Tara. She's a little trickster.
No.
She actually is. She's tricking you today. My name is actually Special K. I'm from KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Oh, man. Gabriel, I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Oh, my gosh. I was like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not spooked out about that, but I was like, oh, my gosh, my wife is going to freak out. She's going to be like, I'm not going to hear the last of it.
It was her idea.
Well, but he started at the end. I started getting like somebody off their meds or something.
Oh, I'm tickled. I am tickled. Well, listen, do you have a message for Tara who set you up today?
I'll get her back. Trust me.
All right, one last thing before I let you go. Say these words. Say, Special K pranked me.
Special K pranked me.
Oh, man.
On the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
I am in tears.
That's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, that's... How do you come up with that so quick?
The Cuisinart and lost his fingers. I don't know where I draw these things from, but I'll just be sitting there and thinking, how can we make this even more stupid and wild?
Oh, my God.
Because it's never about the what, it's about the why.
It's one of the best. And if somebody wants to reach out to you, I know you've got vacancies in the summer.
I do. It's hard to get prank calls going in the summertime because all the kids are in school and no one's driving at certain times. Anyway, so here, I want your prank call ideas at krbe.com/prank call requests with an S. krbe.com/prank call requests. You can always hit me up on Instagram too at Radio Special K, and I'm just going to forward you to that little site right there.
All right. So coming up next, we're going to get somebody some closure. 2 friends, and she does not know why her girlfriend has just completely iced her out. We're going to try and get some answers next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and 104.1 KRBE. Was in your life and then they suddenly weren't. A lot of times we get people that have ghosted. Sometimes it's about friendships or families. We've even had somebody that wanted to track down an ex-teacher that made a difference in her life. And in this case, I believe it's 2 female friends, and Brittany is on the line. Good morning, Brittany.
Hi.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi.
Why do you need to be on closure this morning?
It's my friend Allison. Allison and I have been friends for so long, since college, and all of a sudden, she's just completely cut me out of her life. Like, it's not like we didn't see each other all the time, but, who sees each other?
She's living in the same city
Are
where
you
you
both
are?
in Houston, or are you guys in different areas? Where are you at?
No, we're in the same area.
Okay, so how did you discover this, that she's cut you out? Like, what was the moment where you realized, hey, she's out of my life?
Well, we're friends on Instagram, Facebook, but I realized the other day, I just wanted to check in, see what she was doing, what's going on, and I couldn't see any posts from her. And I was like, that's weird. What's going on? And are we not friends? What happened? And I had a friend of mine actually look and see if she was on Instagram still, and she is. She blocked me.
So if you've been blocked, you can't even find the person, like when you do a search.
No, I can't see her at all.
And you tried to reach out to her? Because, I mean, I'm glad you're on with us, but did you try and call her?
Yeah, I texted her. I tried to call her, and I think she blocked me.
I mean, look, the whole blocking thing, we've noticed that more and more people seem to be doing that when they just want somebody out of there. But you cannot remember from the last time you saw each other. I'm sure you've gone over and over it in your head. Is there something that maybe could have been a situation that turned her off to your friendship?
No, I like nothing has happened. You know, we've just the only things we've been talking about or like connecting with was just like little likes and comments on our photos or whatever. And so I have no idea.
Isn't it funny, though? And everyone we have on Closure, nobody really thinks they did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right, until we find out.
And then they go, oh, they did something wrong. So are you sure?
Well, I didn't.
Well, let's get some answers then.
So stand by. We're going to talk to Allison right now. Hi, Allison. Good morning. Thanks for being with us today.
Good morning. I'm glad I got to hear all of that. Thank you.
Well, you heard all that. Can you shed some light on the situation? Why did you block her?
Brittany, I'm really glad that you can get on here and just play dumb and be all cute and wonder what's going on.
Oh.
Didn't you recently go out with a certain someone that I 6 years ago was engaged to, going to be married to, and he completely shattered my world?
Uh-oh.
Are you not remembering any of this?
Oh my God, Allison, we were just, I ran into him at this like mixer. We just went out for a drink after. I didn't even see him again afterwards. It's not like we're dating or anything. I just ran into him. What was he going to do? Turn around, run away?
So now you're going to lie too. We've got some mutual friends, and I know that you slept with him.
Uh-oh, Brittany, you hooked up with her ex-fiance?
Well, what makes you, who said that?
Brittany, you're not even denying any of this because you know it's true.
That's true. I've not heard a denial.
I'm sorry. It was just one time. I was drunk. It was one night out. It wasn't a big deal at all. Why do you care? It wasn't anything. I haven't even talked to him or seen him since.
It is true, though. It was 6 years ago.
It doesn't matter. If this guy broke her heart and it was her fiance, I'm sorry, there are no statute of limitations on that. You do not hook up with somebody's ex-fiance.
You can't even have a hookup, maybe?
No.
I'm not saying relationship. I'm just saying
no, never.
You're drunk at a bar, you're both drunk, and clothes come off.
You know, too many people try and use that excuse. Drunk is not an excuse.
And also, Allison, you don't think, like, with your anger upon finding this, that you would be, like, confronting Brittany? Like, what did you do?
I had to sit and really think about it, and I didn't want to come off too aggressive and say something that I didn't mean or be unnecessarily hurtful like Brittany's chosen to be. I'm getting too old to deal with that kind of nonsense.
I think the older you get, the less you feel the need to get revenge on somebody. You just, life is short. I'm not going to waste it on people like you.
Listen, I'm going to throw this your way, though, too,
True.
Allison. This happened 6 years ago. Obviously, this was a big part of your life, but clearly you're not over it. I don't know if you're with somebody now, but if you had moved on and you're like, whatever.
Have you moved on?
I am with someone new, but Brittany was there. She knows what this man did to me and how he devastated my entire world.
Maybe, Allison, if she would have come to you and said what happened, would you have been mad but still have a friendship?
Honestly, I can't really say yes or no one way or the other.
I think you just did. You have every right to be upset.
But you're
and
with
hurt.
somebody now.
It doesn't matter, Eric. I mean, what if all of a sudden I hooked up with your ex-wife? Wouldn't you be like, well, that's not cool?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd finally get even with her. I'd get punishment. I'd sick Ryan on her. No.
What if it was a girl that you thought
No, you just
marry?
don't cross that line.
I see how it's odd. It's awkward.
But if you moved on, if I moved on, it's like, go ahead. It wasn't like they're having a relationship.
I bet a lot of people who are hearing this might have somebody
I'd be
from
upset
their past.
if I was Allison's boyfriend and I heard she's mad about this now. I'd be like,
she cut off.
why are you still mad about that? That was 6 years ago. You're with me now.
There it is. Y'all aren't friends anymore because you had a one-night stand with a guy who broke her heart 6 years ago that she was supposed to marry.
Allison, is there anything she can do?
Not now. I don't wish any ill will on you, Brittany, but I don't need that in my life.
There you have it.
All right.
Sorry, Brittany.
Sorry, Brittany.
You got closer, at least, Brittany.
Yeah, all I can say is, Allison, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I had too much to drink. I know that's not an excuse. I really didn't think it was a big thing. It was so long ago, and I'm not with him. I'm not seeing him again. It was a weird one-night thing, and I promise I really did not mean to hurt you. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate that, and I understand where you're coming from, but I'm too raw right now. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you let her cool her jets.
I'm just curious if there's any listeners out there that have been through this and were able to put your friendship back together.
Somebody listening right now, probably Eric, is pining for someone deep down inside. They wouldn't admit it to their current mate, but they would definitely be bothered if one of their friends went out with that person.
Yeah.
So you're not alone in the situation. It just all depends on how people want to work it out. So, Allison, thanks for being available for the phone call. Brittany, now you know. And let us know what happens in the future if there's any way y'all can find a road back to each other. Thank you so much for listening to the show.
Thanks.
Okay. Sometimes you just got to let time heal the wounds, but I never understand people. Like, there are 3.5 billion people of the opposite sex or the same sex or whoever that you could choose from. Why does it have to be somebody that's connected to somebody that you care about? I mean, it's just, there's so many infinite choices out there.
It's the ease.
People are either they're lazy or they get some kind of kick out of it. I don't know what the deal is. But coming up next, we're going to do a segment. It's called Am I Normal? I know the answer to that for me. But we're going to have a bunch of people calling in, 833-390-KRBE. That is the number. And you tell us about something that's a little bit off, that normally people don't do these kind of things. And you ask the question, am I normal for feeling this way? It's coming up next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and 104.1 KRBE. On KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Behind the scenes, we have a room right across from the studio that's just filled to the brim with games.
Like, I mean, that's all that's in there.
Yeah.
Eric and I games on games. It's like,
ton of games.
Where'd this one come from?
And one of the games that Eric bought was called Am I Normal?
It's a bunch of cards of surveys with the generic answer written down.
I pulled one out and it says, have you ever told someone their fly was down? 80% said yes.
Only if
That's
it was like somebody I knew really well. Like if it's a stranger, I don't want to say that because they're going to say, why is he looking at my crotch?
Exactly.
If it's noticeable,
I was thinking Tony Romo's crotch in the Super Bowl.
When he had a little pee stain?
God, that was so embarrassing.
I loved all the memes. It
couldn't have been anything else but the pee drop, right?
That poor guy. People were like...
I don't wear khakis ever because of that.
No way. People were trolling him like, Tony, you should have given it one more shake.
Yeah.
Well, there is that one small percentage that maybe when he washed his hands, the water pressure was so big.
No, that was a pee stain, Rolla.
No, there was no
All right,
sprinkle.
I'm going to give you guys
drop.
some questions here.
Okay. Are you normal? It's a stack of cards, and Eric's just pulling random cards
and
out.
they did the research with the percentage, so we'll see how you guys and people listening.
All right, fire away.
Have you ever driven through a red light?
Of course.
Yes.
All the time. If it's like 4 a.m. and there's nobody coming in all directions.
How about during the day, though?
During the day when you think you can catch the yellow and you go,
I know, because you feel bad. Like, I'll step twice tomorrow.
Sorry.
Here's why I don't do it.
Yellow.
A, I don't want to get in a car accident. B, my inspection sticker's expired and I don't want to get pulled over.
Ooh, uh-oh.
What's the normal there? The average.
Kevin, how about you?
Oh, Kevin, have you driven through a red light?
Most days, I would say. Most mornings.
Well, you guys not alone. 78%.
Did you say yes to that too, Eric?
I'm sure I have. I don't like to.
The 78% said yes.
I hit that yellow. I'm like you guys.
What's really frustrating is when you feel guilty and you've gone through the yellow light and you see 2 cars that have gone behind you that also followed you through that intersection.
You're like, holy crap,
You're like,
really
man, I ran it, but you really ran it, and that guy really ran it.
Remember, I got pulled over. That's when you guys made fun of me.
Yeah, we were laughing so hard.
I followed Roula, and she went through the yellow.
And then you
were
really went through
me.
it. I stopped. And then our mutual friend said, Eric's getting pulled over there.
He goes, like, look at that idiot over there.
He said, look at that a-hole that just ran that red light. And I said, that's Eric.
Hey, listen, note to friends, note to selves, friends. When you're going to follow somebody, let the person you're following know you're following them. Otherwise, they're free reign, man. I didn't know you were behind me. By the way, the question was, have you ever? So under oath, we would all say yes to that.
By the way, when you mentioned that, that's a good point that you just brought up here. If you know somebody is following you and they...
Don't run yellows.
Yeah.
Because then they won't make it.
They're not going to make it and they're going to be lost.
That's where the sexism comes in for me.
Sexism comes in for you?
A lot of women that I've known through the years, when they lead the way to go somewhere, they forget and they're not polite. They don't stay with you, like Ryan said, and they'll just go right through the light. Like the light's about to turn yellow, they go. I'm like, that's when you stop.
Now
you got
I'm
people
lost
behind you.
because I can't follow you.
I've noticed that a lot.
If I knew someone was following me, I always take the yellow. Eric.
Are you kidding me? Roula, you are like this. She's a weaver.
I'm a weaver when I'm by myself,
She
Ryan.
moves
But
like
if
a
you were
bat out of
following
hell
me,
down
I don't
Westheimer.
leave if you're following me.
Now, this next one,
I suffer.
This could be a good try at Tuesday.
Okay.
Except for Kevin. He's already done this before. Have you ever had your palm read?
Oh, God, no.
I don't believe in this
I don't believe in that crap.
I'd be curious if we brought a palm reader.
I think we should. I would love
see.
to do that because that way
you guys know one?
No, I
was
don't.
traumatized by one when I was a child, so I refuse. I have such an angry aversion to palm
Wait, we
readers. I
can
wanna
turn
punch 'em in the
turn
face.
around because Kevin, you did it.
Yes, and I got swept away because she
You get
was
swept away by everything, Kevin.
somewhat accurate.
Like what?
And you're like, here is a $4,500 you asked me for in that boiled egg and the handkerchief I was supposed to bring you. You know what I mean?
Kevin, you don't
With
really
a lock
believe
of
all
my
that
hair.
stuff. I remember a psychic one time told you that you would be dead within 5 years. That was like 10 years ago.
It was supposed to be a car wreck.
Yeah. Come on now.
Stop!
Listen, when I was a kid, there was a Halloween party. In a
Final
real quick
destination.
nutshell, why? Because somebody might be asking, why did Roula go see a palm reader when she was a child? It was a Halloween party, and there were stations of things for kids to do,
What'd
and
they
one of
say?
them was a fortune teller. She had like all the garb on, like from the costume store. When I sat down with this stupid witch, she proceeded to tell me at 8 years old that I will never be married, I will never have children, and before I turn 30, I will suffer from such a serious disease that everyone thinks I'm going to be dead.
Who would do that
But then
to
I'm
a
going to
kid?
come back from it. But I still will never be
kind of
married
kid
or
party is
have
that? It's an
children.
evil person
And
that
I
would
walked away from
do
her
that.
with my eyes bugged out and totally traumatized and so ashamed. I didn't even tell anyone else at the party that that's what she said to me.
never
I didn't
did.
tell my mother. I didn't tell any of my friends. That woman sat at that table, and the only reason I visited her is because nobody was going to her
You're trying
table.
to be nice. You're being nice.
And she destroyed me. She destroyed me. So fortune tellers, blank off. I don't buy any
Were
of
you
the
getting
crap
nervous
they
when you were
say.
30 and you weren't married?
I know, because then I realized at like 20 something, I go, that lady was a bunch of bull crap, and who the hell hired her? Like,
But
why
I don't
would
know
she
why
say
adults
that?
say things to freak out kids like that. There was a guy, one of my dad's
mean.
friends, he was
believe
telling me,
that?
he's like, I was 12, and he said, you know, Ryan, he goes, I've got a scientific method to determine how tall you'll be. He said, you'll grow to be 5 feet tall. That's it. And I'm like, I'm only going to be 5 feet tall.
How old are you?
I was like 12. He said, I'd only be 5 feet tall. I'm 6 feet tall. And I was starting to think maybe.
At 12, you probably already were 5 feet
Maybe he
tall.
was thinking of Special K.
I did that. My grandpa's bald, so I'd always be like worried
You
about
thought
it.
you were going to be bald?
I'd have, when did you go bald? And he'd say something. Then as I got older, like say I was 15. When did you go bald? He goes, well, how old are you? 15? And he goes, oh, I was 17. He just did this
Oh, man, that's
so
messed up.
really-
I'm like, what?
That's a whole other topic we could do. Like,
Did
what
any
were
of you
you
guys-
told as a child that you were like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen to me?
Yeah, because it freaks out. Did any of you guys know anybody in high school that was losing their hair?
Not that I noticed.
In high
Yeah, there was
school.
a kid in my class. He was losing his hair, and he was
Sometimes
17.
they could grow like a beard and mustache.
Yeah.
Testosterone. They could.
Are you allowed to have a beard and mustache in high school?
We weren't in
Public
our
school.
We
school.
were.
Public school.
Oh, at my school,
Yeah.
it's all cleaned up. You got to look at military
yeah, you
style.
went
You can
to
wear whatever you
private.
want.
No, my school, you can have earrings that hit your jawbone. They would measure. The teacher would measure. If your earring dangled past your jawbone, then you couldn't.
Sam,
wear
you didn't
them.
answer that question. By the way, it's 35% of people said yes, they have visited
A
or had their
fortune
palm
teller.
read.
Palm read.
I've never had it.
I want to do it for Try Tuesday.
Yeah, I would be down. I don't believe in it, but I think it'd be very interesting. I like when people stretch. Like, you could stretch with it. Be like, one day you will be.
Oh, yeah,
One
wait.
day. One day. Just not when.
Well, if
Do they
you,
charge more if the palm is bigger? Because my palms are bigger than your
Go
palms.
broke on you.
I get like the child discount.
I know. Sam's palms are so small.
if you're a palm reader, then let Eric know at producer Eric
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram
Yep.
and
Reach out.
DM him so we can get you up here.
I'd love to do that.
And which
All right, you
palm
got
do
another
read?
I'll
question?
I'll do one more. When you're trying to break up with someone, do you usually do it by avoiding them or do you actually confront them?
I'd say I'd confront them. Like
you
I mean,
do, but today's average, I bet it's all ghosting.
Yep.
No.
Because you're
Ghost-
of a different dating
Yeah,
generation.
ghosting is such a not cool thing. It's a cowardly way out.
Good
It
thing
really
for you
is.
is the,
What do we
the
think
ladies
the
can't
answer
really
is now?
chase you in those walkers. At the
I got my rascals.
Brian likes those older ladies.
What do we think?
No, I do not.
Listen, if
You know everybody. I have not dated any old ladies.
He dates
Listen,
the
for
youngsters.
for this room, Eric, I know what our answer probably would be, but on average, if you're 23 listening to this show right now, what do you think the average actually is? And then we'll tell you what the card is. 'Cause-
Yeah, this says 33% said yes, they ghost people.
The ghost.
so only 30% of this card deck. Do
Yeah.
we know when this game was created?
That's what I'm wondering.
1996. No, yeah, last year. About last year.
Oh, okay, so
Last
that's
year.
good.
So that's good.
So a
There's
third
some
of
hope
people
for
go.
society that 67% will do the right thing.
Yeah, I just or the phase out. You could
Yes.
just try the
I
phase
just pull
out.
away.
Yeah, do like
Pull away.
the rumor was Derek Jeter, the famous Yankee. He would give girls a basket,
A parting
basket.
consolation
Yeah, like
gift?
party wig, like autographed jerseys and stuff. And
Oh,
gifts and stuff.
my
He says
gosh.
it's BS. He's like, I don't know who started that rumor that I did this.
That's a great rumor.
But
Here's
I'm
a
like, it's
basket of
cool
all my
one.
memorabilia.
I'm
You
breaking
can
up
sell
with
it.
you, but here's a lovely parting gift.
Yeah,
Yes.
parting gift.
Thank you for your time and service.
Have any of
Well,
you guys
yeah.
ever ghosted anybody?
I mean, we were casually talking.
Yeah,
And
casually means,
Yeah, so
your faces fell on top of each other every now and again, and then you never called them again.
And then, you just stop returning
But
the
did you
text.
care?
No, I ghosted
Oh,
him.
you're the one who did it.
Oh, yeah.
How about
yeah.
you? Did you get ghosted?
I'm sure they tried, and I always found them.
You know, Sam, how some people, on that note, Sam, some people say, like, oh, you just block them. No. As a girl, I feel like you don't want to block them because you want to know what they're doing.
Yes,
Because you need to know where they're going to end up.
Like,
It's
who are they hanging out with now? And, we can't have the same circle.
Right.
rolling.
Or, like, on your phone, if there's somebody you really can't stand, you have to keep their number in your phone so you don't answer the text or you don't answer the call. Anyway, it's called Are You Normal? You can find this, I guess, Amazon or any Target
Amazon
or something.
for sure.
It's like a deck of cards with fun.
And there's a
little
game how you
questions.
play it, but I never play these games. I just buy the cards to use for the show.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have a whole garbage bag filled with all these cards. How do you think I write rapid fire, Kevin?
I know. You have to get all those buckets of trivia.
Yep. So that's coming. Well, we just did rapid fire. Wait.
No, it's
rapid
coming
fire
up.
is it?
It's
Oh my
top of
God,
the
I am
hour.
so screwed up this morning. Yeah,
It's fine. Do this.
it's only 10 minutes away.
Time for What's Going Down in H-Town on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
I know I've got all these cards in front of me right now, and I'm like, wait a second, we haven't done rapid fire yet. All right, so did you see this yesterday? A man accused of shoplifting at the Galleria was hospitalized after he jumped from the second floor onto the mall's ice rink. That's a big drop.
That's probably at least 20, 25 feet.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you see?
I saw him laying there. All I saw was him laying there, but no one had tended to him yet. Maybe an ice skater had come by, and I swear to God, it looked like he had his hand in the air, like looking at his phone.
I thought he was doing a selfie.
Really, it looked like that, Ryan. I was so confused. I was like, well, is he hurt? Like, obviously
he was hurt.
He couldn't get up, but who thinks about pulling out their cell phone?
Hey, look at me. I'm running from the cops. I just fell in the ice rink. But he was taken to the hospital, multiple injuries. And the incident comes just weeks after a man was fatally shot inside the Galleria parking garage back on June 4th. Now, last month, Houston police shot a man near the Galleria after he allegedly injured an officer with his vehicle. There's a lot of crime in the Galleria area.
Unfortunately.
And I thought I'd pull up a fun story for you here. Almost 3 decades after it became a record-breaking hit, Brandy and Monica are taking The Boy Is Mine.
They're going on
the
tour.
road. Yes.
Yes, and Kelly Rowland, I believe she's going to open for them. I saw
way.
that. I don't know when it's coming to Houston. Does it say?
Yes.
That? Okay.
They're going to visit 24 cities and December 7th at Toyota Center. That will
Nice.
be the show.
They both have a lot of hits individually, and of course, they have The Boy Is Mine they did together, and it's taken 27, almost 30 years for them to do this, right?
Whoa.
And so when they come, I'm sure we're going to have tickets for this. The boss is not in the building yet, but I'll see if I can get tickets for this for y'all, because this is going to be an epic concert. I'm glad you acknowledged that, because we've all been waiting, 25, 30 years
I
for
thought
that
you'd
to happen.
enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Brandy and Monica.
Okay, now I've got my act together. Now I've got everything ready for rapid
Thank
fire.
you.
It's coming up next. We'll find out who's going to be the new champion on 104.1 KRBE.